Arnhide, can you find the other pile? There's only one pile here.
Here's your pile.
Now we got to clean this. Oh, gee.
Hello and welcome back, Transformer TCG fans. I'm back at the car again, so there's going to be some ambient noise that you may hear, even though I have all my windows up, etc. So I want to go over at least one character, one of the last few characters from the Undisclosed Chapter characters that I've been trying to push and trying to make, and recoloring and everything, and showed off this guy on Facebook and Discord on the Earth Wars Discord art page, which has moved around. I think I found it again. I'm there again. And maybe I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 battle cards. I don't think we'll have time to go over all 5. Maybe we're going to go over Tempo and maybe 2 battle cards. So let's get into this really quick. My lunch is almost over. And hopefully I won't be having to start and stop too much, but when I clear my sinuses, I'm going to try to hit the pause button the best I can. I apologize, guys. So Tempo, he is for now a 6-star character. A 6-star, he's a styling deployer, and he's some sort of based off a Honda Sports Civic of some sort. And maybe a couple of different types of cards that I sort of loosely based him on. The one that had a spoiler in the back, one that where you could actually see through the hood, which was really cool. And so I try to mimic that here in the artwork. It's a little hard to see, especially in his bot form when we flip him over, but let's keep going. In car mode and alt mode, he's melee. Can't remember if these are common, rare, or uncommon, but in alt mode his stats are 3, 9, and 2, so he has very low health. This guy may not last very long on the field. In alt mode, when you flip to this mode, each mini cassette you control has +1 to attack until end of turn. This can start with a 5-star mini cassette under it. So yeah, you're going to need to still count and include the star count for a mini cassette underneath him. So he's not exactly Blaster or Soundwave, but you can at least get 1 mini cassette under him. And a car like this is so new, it probably wouldn't even have mini cassettes. It probably wouldn't play cassettes in it. Probably either like a CD or Bluetooth or something now. But you know, I was wanting maybe I should have done this with a different character, but because I named this character Tempo, it just felt right to do this. So, you know, slap me on the wrist if you need to. But I felt the need to give some love to mini cassettes, because you don't see many other characters that utilize them. You can start with them on your team. They don't have to go under other characters, but, you know, if you have Blaster, Soundwave, and use certain cards in your deck that came with that set, that starter set from way back when, then yeah, there's a lot of neat things you can utilize. Flip him over to bot mode. His attack goes up by 1, so he's 492. Not much of a difference. When you flip to this mode, so he's got a when you flip to this mode for both sides. Deploy the mini cassette from underneath in bot mode, and you may draw a card. So that's sort of the perk here. It's just, you know, if you start with a character under him, a mini cassette, you flip him to bot mode, it comes out in bot mode, and you can draw a card. So that's like the only perk that you're getting from doing this. Okay, when this is the last character on the field that has Pierce 3, which that might be hard to attain, but I was trying to mimic, I think it's an official Prowl Bumblebee or somebody like that, you know, if they're the last character on the field, then they actually have some nice Pierce or something. So let's look at, that's Tempo for what he is. Oh, He's got the melee trait in car mode. I don't have what's written down on him in bot mode. I don't have my laptop. I printed all this out, so you'll see what his traits are there. I apologize for not printing that out. I've got everything else here except his traits in bot mode. Let's move on to the Decepticon detector, which I've revealed and gone over before months ago, like earlier this year. It's kind of an old idea, but I was going through some older cards, and I'm like, oh, I need to change this a little bit. So it's still an uncommon utility. It is blue and green. Only the Autobots can get it on the flip from the green. And looking at bravery, which I believe is a blue pip, stealthiness, which is a green pip, which is actually going to give whoever is equipped with it stealth, but mainly was kind of going by the spy satellite uplink, which is black and green. So this is blue and green. So there's that. And it is a utility that is going to give +1 to defense. So it's a utility that at least gives defense. But enemy Decepticons don't have brave or stealth against the upgraded character. That's all that's going on here with the Decepticon detector. It's just that simple. But whatever I had written here prior wasn't very clear, and I'm like, ooh, I need to change this. And so that's what it is now. I was looking at some official cards, and it's like, well, let me get this reworded a little bit. And I feel like we've gone over Cameo before. It's one of those images I found on, and the Decepticon detectors is an image from season 3, for G1. Cameo, we may have gone over this before, earlier in the year, also, like maybe this past summer. I don't know what that is. But an image off Facebook. It's an uncommon secret action that is blank. Reveal when one of your Autobot characters defends, and you started with at least 3 different factions on your team. Maybe I shouldn't have this for only when the Autobot defends, but I did. So when revealed, your defender has Safeguard 2 while it's undamaged. So this would be nice to have near the beginning of the game, but once he gets damaged, this isn't going to be much of a card for you anymore. So unless, maybe he's damaged and you get a tool belt and use a medic and maybe have the gas station in play or something like that for your Autobot, whether there's some good ways to really get some good repair in now, especially using some of my cards. Maybe it's breaking the game. But there is that. So, Safeguard 2, a whole lot better than Safeguard 3. But maybe I should have gone with Safeguard 3. But I was wanting to do something just a little better. So it's just a whole one notch. They're still going to get, your Autobot defender is still going to get damaged, but it's only 2. And once it's damaged, then Cameo is no longer good for you. But at the same time, if you're using a lot of different characters, say you're doing something crazy, you have a 5-star Quintesson, a 5-star Decepticon, a couple of 5-star Autobots, and maybe a 5-star, do we have one that's a mercenary? Or another person, homemade Junkion or something. I think they did make a Junkion a faction. I can't do that unless I really had to work at it, but I'm not worried about it. Then yeah, you could have 5 wide, 25 stars, even if you're going by the rules for casual gaming, etc. And then boom, you might be able to get Cameo to pull off more than once here. But 3 different factions, with characters with maybe some nice abilities, a really well constructed deck. And to throw this in for 1 or 2 blank cards in your deck, this would really be nice for your Autobots at least anyway. and you would still be able to satisfy having 3 different factions on your team. So that's that. But that's really all I have time to go over right now. There's really some newer, really interesting cards that are coming, that are more based on official cards, but with twerks with twists, so to speak. So we'll see you next time. That's all I have time for right now, and gosh, I gotta get back to work. So if you like this stuff, again, we got to go over one more undisclosed chapter character with Tempo. We looked at the Decepticon detector, upgraded, and we looked at Cameo, I guess, again, if I've gone over it before. But the next 3 are brand new battlefield cards. We'll see you next time. The undisclosed chapter characters are almost done. All that's left, I believe, well, we have I have 2 different files. I've got Undisclosed Earth and Undisclosed Cybertron. So we're almost finished with Earth. There's 1 whole character in Earth. There's going to be, I think there's 3 or 4 undisclosed Cybertron. Oh gosh, I can see the characters. I forgot their names. Barcode is one of them. The little, my little Battle Master, and then I have like a Twin Twist character before he came Twin Twist. That's just my own kind of fan fiction character. And then I have one where he is possessed by this other character, who I can see again. I forgot their name. So there's those 2 right there. So, the Cinco de Mayo Twin Twist. That's the best way I can describe it, because he's purple and yellow and some other colors in there and some green. So more to come. More to come, because I'm winding this down, guys. I'm just too busy. I just can't keep doing this anymore. But Unicron is almost done. Oh my gosh. Everything is finally coming to an end. It has been fun. We're not done yet. Throw scraplets at that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't yet as well. I appreciate every single one of y'all. This channel is just so out there. I really appreciate every one of y'all hanging on and coming into the channel. Maybe I'll be able to get to do some other things other than just Transformer TCG stuff. Because like I said, I'm having fun making stuff for it, but this is all going to be coming to an end probably in a few months. It's probably going to be next year. But thanks again. As always, Autobots, flip out and let's roll for it.